guys, my name is Lydia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm planning to create content about sewing, fashion, and how I make my own wardrobe, my own ready-to-wear pieces. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider sticking around. I would love to connect with you, and let's get started. So for the very first video, naturally I wanted to create a breakdown of my sewing plans for spring-summer 2022. I do have my Pinterest board ready to go to show you what kind of projects I have in mind, as well as my little stash of fabrics right here. So that way you can kind of get acquainted with my types of garments, my types of projects, and see if you are interested in seeing this kind of content. So for my very first project here, I have my little fabric here at the top. I did purchase this in Mood Fabric Store. If you watch Project Runway, you probably know what Mood Fabric Store is. This is actually their physical store in New York City. When I was visiting my friend last December, I purchased it then. But this is very straightforward. It's actually natural silk, and it was on sale, so it was like a few meters left that they have in the store. And it's a little bit see-through, not entirely, like not a see-through where you can't wear nude undergarments. Like if you stand against the light, you're gonna be able to see a little bit, but it's not too terrible. But it is chiffon, so silk chiffon, and very flowy, very drapey. Obviously, if you can tell, it's the pattern that I got attracted to. I saw these colors and was just instantly in love, so I wanted to grab it without any specific project in mind, which we all know not to do, but we'll do it. I still love this fabric. I had it for a few months now, so I'm definitely ready to make something out of it. I'm not going to be overcomplicating this project. It's just going to be your simple button-down blouse, probably just like the most simple, like with a collar. Maybe I'll do something interesting with cuffs, something summery. I'm gonna figure it out a little bit later. I don't even have a kind of like a sample, an image to show you, because it's just really that simple. A flowy, simple, longer, kind of like a summery long sleeve button down that I can wear out with my shorts, with my jeans. So the next piece I have here is also purchased from Mood Fabric Store, but this time it is piece purchased from online, so I probably will be able to link it down below if they still have it available. It is cotton voile, so if you are familiar with the qualities of cotton voile, it's incredibly thin, super breathable. It's like a true perfection type of fabric to make summer dresses or even summer blouses, and I'm really excited for it. So I just saw it online, I saw this print, I knew I had to have it, and I had like all my favorite colors in this like little floral print. I again purchased it without specific project in mind. I just was looking for something to make like a fun peasant blouse, but I did get quite a bit of it just in case I wanted to make something different. I do have an example of a blouse that I would like to replicate. It's actually a blouse from Zara, and it has an open back right here, and it has like this interesting ruched kind of like a gathered detail in the back as well as on the sleeves. Looks beautiful. Because this fabric is completely opaque, I can definitely create you know, wear it without a bra, because your back is open. It's not gonna show because you don't need a bra. And here's how this blouse looked in the front. So pretty standard, basic button down, nothing too crazy. But I do absolutely adore the kinds of, you know, button downs, blouses where it looks pretty simple on one side, but then you turn around and it has this like very interesting detail. I think it would look great again with jeans. I dress pretty casually, so it's a easy way to make unique top and still be comfy, like you're wearing your typical blouse that you normally wear. So really excited about that. So the next few pieces here I actually purchased from Joann Fabric Store. If you're not in US, Joann is one of the probably most common franchise stores that we have here in the United States. Their collections are pretty cool if their stores carry them, because they have like all of the selection of different prints and colors of the same kind of fabric. And this is where I did pick up a couple pieces last time I visited for summer dresses. To start with is I would like to kind of show you this tie-dye print stretchy fabric. My niece actually messaged me with a picture of Kendall wearing this kind of like a long tie-dye dress, and she really liked it. I'm myself not a big fan of tie-dye print in general. It just looks a little bit cheapish to me, maybe like more like a fad kind of trend that's gonna go away soon, and probably will. But as I was searching for the dress for her to possibly purchase, similar to the one that Kendall was wearing, I did come across a few designs, kind of like a few different garments with tie-dye print, and I kind of was starting to grow on me a little bit. So when I did go to the store, I saw this kind of like pretty decent selection of different tie-dye jersey fabrics, and they all were like a little bit different quality. Some of them were, some of it was ripped, some of it not. I did see this one. It has like a blue, purple, and pink and white, and it's pretty washed out but still like bright and summery and fresh, and I absolutely loved it. I put it next to my face, and everything just looked instantly kind of nicer. So I think it's gonna be really nice to make the dress similar to the one she pointed out on Kylie. I do have a pattern to make it. It's actually not a dress, but a racer back, kind of like a tank top that I can extend further down, and this fabric is actually wide enough, so if you like size anywhere between 0 to maybe like 6, you can make 2 dresses out of it. So this is what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to make 1 dress for her and 1 dress for me, so hopefully it will be enough, but we'll see. So the next piece I also purchased in Joann Fabric Store on the same trip. This is just your typical, what you would call silk charmeuse, super drapey, also very buttery, like completely different type of fabric. Obviously, like silk charmeuse is more like for fluid dresses type of fabric, and not see-through. Like you can see through it just a little bit if you put it to the light, but if you wear it on your body, I don't think I'm gonna need any liner if I make a dress out of it at all. Super gorgeous, super soft, very drapey, has a little bit of stretch to it. I love it. I do tend to gravitate towards a little bit more of a brighter, more vibrant blues and pinks. I don't know if it shows in the camera, but this one is actually like a little bit of a pastel dusty light blue kind of color. So I did put it against my skin, against my kind of like eyes, my face, and I did really like it. I think it's gonna be beautiful. Once I do figure out what particular dress I want to make, I'm gonna make a video about it and just kind of show you how I get my inspiration and how I end up choosing the pattern for it, and kind of just like walk you through the process, so stay tuned. With my next piece, also purchased from Joann, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make leave a link for this one. It's also, I guess to describe this one, also polyester, but very like heavy, not just by weight, but the way it drapes. It kind of like has like a completely opaque, no see-through qualities at all, even if you put it to the light, and just very kind of like drapey dress, special occasion type of fabric. So it also completely matte, which is very interesting, and I love this kind of color. Teal color, always one of my most favorite colors in my wardrobe. It looks really nice against my eyes. This project definitely is going to be a challenge for me, because I never made anything similar to that. I want to make a 2-piece, kind of like a summer fluid blazer with 1 button, not double-breasted, but definitely with 1 button. Just something a little bit oversized, and with kind of like casual pants that look like dressy pants, but I do want to make them with elastic at the top instead of your typical band that you would make for a dress band. For example, if it was like a more serious a dress suit, like a 2-piece suit that you would wear to like an office or a meeting or something. Again, I work from home. I don't really go into the office or any meetings, so definitely no need for me to have a very fancy, nice suit. But the thing is, I absolutely love kind of just like the whole 2-suit piece situation, and I do want to make it casual enough for me to wear in my maybe not so much running errands kind of situation, but definitely kind of like a brunch with girlfriends and things like that. And I'm really excited. So again, 2-piece. I do have plenty of fabric for that. I had a dress in mind that was with like very voluminous kind of sleeves and lots of fabric that I needed for it, so I do have plenty to make a pair of pants and a blazer to go with it, and of course I can wear them separately as well. So we'll document that project. Can't wait to get started, and hopefully it will work out, but it might not, so we'll see. So slowly surely we're getting to the bottom of my stash here, and these two pieces right here, I definitely need to make something out of them as soon as possible, because they are meant for colder weather, and it's already in the temperature where I am is in 80s, so I need to get started because I had them for a while, and if I don't make something out of them soon, I'm gonna end up just simply getting tired of looking at them, and definitely not gonna want to make anything later. So what I have here also is from Joann Fabric Store. I don't know if they still have it because this is like a last year collection, so I'm gonna check it out to see if they still have it. But I absolutely love this kind of like color combo. It's very pretty blue with white with a little bit of navy in it. Your typical, I guess, like your typical flannel shirt like you would buy in LL Bean store, if you know what I mean. It is actually cotton as well. When I purchased it, I was really surprised. It's not common for, again, Joann to have something this nice. Soft, velvety, drapey, just everything like exactly like if you touch LL Bean flannel shirt. This is exactly how this fabric feels. It's great. I did get quite a bit of it because I did not have a specific project in mind. Again, I do that a lot, unfortunately, but I do still love it. So I think I'm gonna make a two-piece, again, because I do have pretty casual lifestyle, and I need it to be easily kind of like worn around the house and kind of like out of the house to do some errands. So I can't make anything too fancy with it. Maybe like I was planning to make like a blazer, and that would be really nice in fall or winter, just to have like a nice house blazer, but I don't think I'm gonna wear a blazer around the house, so I decided not to do that. And I don't want to make just a boring button-down plaid flannel shirt out of it because that's just way too boring. This is gonna be completely my own design. The bottom will be your typical casual pants. I have a perfect pattern for it, and at the top I do want to make something interesting with the top, so it's gonna be like a two-piece for me to wear around the house when it gets a little bit colder, but not too cold. And yeah. So my last piece here is probably the most expensive fabric out of all of them that I just showed you. This one is from Wood Fabric Store online, so they might actually still have it, and it was on sale because of kind of like end of the season sale, but it is some kind of designer fabric. Mood typically, a lot of their inventory comes out of New York City designers, and you get to reuse fabrics from some of the you know, famous collections out of those designers, so it's pretty cool. But the downside of that is that you might not be able to repurchase it. So if you purchasing it, you have to kind of like get going with your project right away, because if you need to get more fabric, you might not be able to because it's limited quantity. So I think this is a similar situation with this guy. I don't know if they still have it. I remember it was showing like not a lot of yardage left when I purchased it, but I absolutely love it. It's very like traditional tweed coloring. I'm not sure if it shows in the camera. It's actually like a navy blue with white, a little bit of kind of like lurex thread through it as well. Not a lot. You really like barely impossible to pick out. You kind of like have to like stare at it very closely to even see it, but it's pretty cool because it's like really subtle. Maybe we'll show like in the sunlight or something. But what I wanted to do with it, obviously a tweed jacket, but I am kind of torn between two different types of tweed jackets. One of them is more of a traditional Chanel style, kind of like a boxy tweed jacket with a round neck with like beautiful gold bead buttons and some other kind of trimming detail that tends to be common for tweed jackets inspired by Chanel. And that's kind of like a jacket number 1. Jacket number 2 is more of a trendy, like a bomber type of style jacket, and kind of just like a more youthful, more trendy piece. Because this is more of like a traditional coloring, I do kind of like steer more towards making like a bomber jacket and making it look a little bit trendier. But I do love how kind of like a traditional Chanel jacket looks like as well, so I'm hoping to do one or the other, but I haven't decided which one. And when I'm ready to work on this fabric, I'm going to obviously decide and walk you through how I find patterns for that and how I find the techniques for that as well. If you're interested in learning more about kind of like a Chanel type of finishes with their tweed jackets, I actually signed up for a course that teaches you that, so I'm gonna go and watch through it to see if I want to do that couture hand-stitched type of garment, or if I don't want to bother and just gonna go with your typical like standard way of sewing it. But it's going to be interesting, and I'm hoping to learn something new with this project. This is going to be a challenge. Tweed is very challenging type of fabric. When you cut it, it tends to kind of like unravel a little bit at the edges, so I heard it's not easy to work with. I never worked with tweed before, so I'm excited, but it's also going to be a challenge, and I think it's going to be a beautiful jacket to wear, regardless which one I decide to make. So this is it, you guys. This was my stash, and I'm really excited to get started on all of these projects. Like I said before, some of them will be a bit of a challenge for me, and some of them is something I already made before. I'm pretty solid intermediate level type of sewist, I guess, seamstress, so I'm pretty confident I can get them done beautifully. But like I said, some of them will be challenging, and I'm gonna have to figure out different techniques that I never done before, and simply kind of like work on different fabrics that I never worked with before. If some of these projects looked interesting to you, I will be making vlog style videos on them. Not so much of a tutorial, but kind of like a vlog style, and see if anyone interested in seeing more of a tutorial types of videos, and kind of just go from there. But they will be coming up, so stay tuned, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.